Hey guys, what's going on? It's KingAssassinable here. Welcome to another video for you guys right here on my channel. First of all, I want to go ahead and apologise for not uploading in over a week. The reason being for this is that simply I didn't really want to upload many gameplay videos for you guys because it seems to me that you guys much prefer listening to the kind of information that's going on in the world of Call of Duty. You know, all the latest information that's happening. That just seems to be the videos you guys want to see more. And unfortunately, there hasn't been much information recently, so that's why I haven't made a video in over a week. There will be some gameplay videos on the way very shortly, but the big news this week, of course, is that the first big update for Call of Duty Advanced Warfare has come out, and I'm going to be bringing you guys some of the patch notes right here in this video. Now, I'm not going to be bringing all of them to you guys because there's a very long list of different patch notes to go along with this update, so if you'd like to read all of them yourself, go ahead and click the link in the description down below so you can head over to the website and you can read through all the different patch notes. But I'm just going to go ahead and break down some of the ones which I think are most important for you guys, which I think you probably want to know about more than any others. So this is probably going to be about a 5 or 6 minute video, but we hope you guys enjoy it, and let's go ahead and jump straight into it. So first thing I want to talk to you guys about is the weapon balancing updates. Now obviously this has been an important issue in the game since the very start. People wanted different weapons to be balanced, such as the Bal 27, which has obviously been the most powerful weapon in the game since the very beginning. Lots of people have been wanting the damage on that to be reduced. That's the first gun which has been balanced. So the Bal 27 has had its damage reduced, its max damage range decreased, and also its recoil adjusted. So first of all, they've added more recoil to it, so it's going to be more difficult to aim with, making it so less people are probably going to be using it now. So that's good already. Second of all, it's had its damage reduced, so that's also going to stop everybody in the game using it. And then also the max damage range has been decreased. So that means the point where it does the most amount of damage, the range where it does that amount of damage has now been decreased, so you have to be closer to do the max amount of damage it does. I have, however, heard from people that have played with the update, because it's only on Xbox One and PS4 at the moment, that apparently the Bal is still by quite a bit the most powerful gun in the game. I haven't had a test myself because the patch still hasn't come out on PC yet, but supposedly the Bal is still very powerful. Apparently this patch hasn't done too much to it, but I'd say the main thing in it is that they've increased the damage of the SMGs, which I've talked to you guys about in a second. The second assault rifle they've changed is the HBR-A3. This is probably my ultimate favourite weapon other than the Bal to use. I really do like the HBR. It's probably one of my favourite guns to use, but unfortunately they've patched this as well. They've nerfed this down, so the max damage range has been decreased in this, so obviously that means you have to be closer to do the same amount of damage, but they haven't actually reduced the amount of damage it outputs like they have with the Bal. So it still does the same amount of damage, it's just you have to be closer to do that same amount of damage. So the HBR-A3 has been patched slightly, but that's it for the assault rifles. Those just seem to be the two assault rifles that everyone was using, and they seem to be very overpowered, so they've obviously dealt with that now. Let's go ahead and move on to the SMGs. This is really the big news here. There's two SMGs in particular that have actually been patched. I don't think they've done anything to any of the other SMGs, but they all kind of work better now that the assault rifles have been nerfed, so the SMGs will still ultimately be powerful because of the assault rifles being nerfed. So the first SMG which they have talked about is the ASM-1. This seems to be the new gun which I think everyone's going to be using because the max damage range has been increased on this, and that is the exact same thing as what's happened with the MP11 SMG too. So they've both had their max damage range increased, meaning they're going to do the same amount of damage, but you can be further away and still kill them in the same amount of shots, which is obviously very useful. Supposedly the ASM-1 is now very powerful indeed, so I can't wait to start using that. I'm personally more of an SMG person than an assault rifle person, so I can't wait to start using one of the SMGs again. It's going to be great fun. Other than that, there's still a few other weapons which have been changed as well. All the other stuff has been buffed. The only thing that's actually been nerfed has been the Bal and the HBR, but they've increased the damage on the two different laser or energy weapons. The EM1, which, the EM1 has had its damage increase, which personally I do not agree with at all. I personally already think that the EM1 is rather overpowered indeed. I think it does kill too quickly. It doesn't seem to be as much of a problem on the consoles, I've noticed, but on PC it seems to do an awful lot of damage, and so that's something I'm kind of disappointed with. I really don't like the EM1 at the moment, but unfortunately they've increased the damage of that, so probably a lot more people are going to be using that, which sucks. The EPM3, which is the other energy weapon which not many people use, has also had its damage increase, and also its aim down sight time decrease. So that's obviously making it much more powerful. I might give that a try because I really do kind of like the EPM3, the way it shoots. It's just that it didn't do enough damage before, so now that they've increased that, that should be kind of a fun weapon to use. And also the final set of weapons they've buffed have been the light machine gun. So the XMG has had its damage increased and its lockdown mode increased, and then the melee and the Pytake, I don't know if I pronounced that right, have both had their damage increased. So the LMGs have been increased, the SMGs have been increased, the energy weapons have been increased, and the assault rifles have been nerfed. So ultimately they've kind of balanced everything out a lot more, because it seemed to me that beforehand everyone was just using the HBR and the bow because obviously they were the most powerful weapons in the game. But luckily they've kind of made everything a bit more even now, so it should be fun to actually start using some different weapons indeed. But that's it for all the actual weapon changes they've had, the weapon balances. I realise this video is going on a lot longer than I planned it to. I'm going to go through some of the other important stuff as well. So next thing I want to talk to you guys about is the security and anti-cheat updates. So they've had multiple fixes for invalid player data, which was allowing custom super classes. Now I'm not exactly sure what this means, but apparently there was some glitch or something which I think would allow people to have like unlimited slots for putting like as many perks and as many attachments and stuff on as they want. I'm not sure exactly what that means, but I think that was some sort of glitch they had, which they've now fixed. In terms of the emblem editor, they've added an offensive emblem policy message to emblem editor main page, and also a save pop-up. And they've also added additional enforcement for offensive player created emblems. So obviously this is the same sort of thing they had in Black Ops 2 with the emblem editor. If people create offensive looking emblems, then you can now report them, which you couldn't do before. So people are going to stop making the offensive emblems, because now they're going to get reported. Other improvements to the emblem editor are that the general emblem editor has been polished and has had fan requested improvements, and this includes the colors and layers. So apparently they've added more stuff to the editor. I haven't had a look at this myself. I personally haven't used the editor very much since I started the game, but apparently they've improved it much more, so that's pretty awesome. And they've also added the ability to set the emblem as your clan emblem if you're part of a clan too. So that's obviously a really awesome feature. If you're part of a clan and you want to set your cool emblem as the clan emblem, then you can now go ahead and do that. Final thing I want to talk to you guys about the in-game updates. This isn't all of them, but these are the ones which I think are most important. Again, if you want to see all of them, go ahead and click the link in the description and you guys can go ahead and do so. Main ones I want to talk about, they've added the reload low ammo and no ammo heads up display notifications on all the weapon loot. I'm still not really sure what this means. They fixed the care package trap module exploit. So apparently there was some sort of exploit you could do with the care package trap module, which is the thing which makes it so when an enemy opens your care package it will explode in their faces. They fixed the threat indicator issue with the friendly MDL projectiles and the crossbow bolts. I'm not sure what that means. That's something to do with the threat detection, I think. They fixed the Goliath pod down on planted bombs. So obviously there was some sort of issue where you could accidentally send your Goliath down on top of a bomb in S&D and cause some sort of issues. I'm not exactly sure what. And they also fixed Goliath getting stuck issues. I've seen a few of this myself. There's been some issues with the Goliath where it gets stuck in random positions so you can't actually get into it. They finally fixed that, so the Goliath should work fine now, which is obviously really awesome. I don't really use the Goliath that much, but it's still really awesome that they fixed that. They've also fixed Goliath players out of world exploit. So apparently there's been ways of people in the Goliath suit getting out of the map. They've also fixed an exploit where the mini-map would be visible when you pause during a kill cam. I don't understand how that exactly works, but apparently if you pause the game during a kill cam beforehand, there was an exploit where it would show the mini-map. I don't know why it's doing that, but that's weird. They've also fixed a rare visual effect issue where the aiming down sight with the sniper with an ACOG, variable zoom or ballistic scope would not appear correctly. So apparently when you aim down sight with any of those different sorts of scopes, apparently it wouldn't appear very correctly, so it would appear weird and broken, which is really weird. I don't understand why that's happened. But again, that is pretty much all the main points I wanted to bring to you guys. For those of you that have already had the update and don't know about what's been changed in it, then I just wanted to go ahead and bring you guys a video. For those of you that are going to have the update coming to you soon, I believe past gen hasn't had it yet, and also PC hasn't. So if you're playing on any of those versions of the game, then obviously you might want to know about what's going to be in this new update. But I'm very excited for this to come out on the PC. I can't wait to start using different guns other than the bow again. It's going to be great fun. I really hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, please leave a like and a comment down below. If you guys want to check out the full patch notes, go ahead and click the link in the description down below. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys on my next video.